It's time for the Bobblehead Collection. This definitive multi-volume collection features all your favorite hits. Tap to your heart's content with the Agility Bobblehead. Draw completely unnecessary cards with the Intelligence Bobblehead. And of course, don't forget our chart-topping, friendship-ending, statistically improbable Luck Bobblehead. Every pre-combat main phase, get your table ready to roll some dice. That's right, the Bobbleheads bring the joy of the casino right to your table. But wait, there's more. These Bobbleheads also tap for mana, so don't forget it. Win in the most statistically improbable way, and if you call in the next 5 minutes, we'll throw in a gadget-wielding mutant turtle. Absolutely free.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we might be taking on the most mathematically improbable win condition in all of Magic the Gathering. If you haven't read Luck Bobblehead, it has a hilarious alternate win condition. You pay 1 mana, tap it, and roll a number of 6-sided dice equal to the number of bobbleheads you control. If you roll the number 6 exactly 7 times, you immediately win the game. But despite this, we have a problem. You see, Wizards only ever printed 7 bobbleheads. And even if we manage to get them all into the battlefield, the probability of us rolling 6-7 times is pretty unlikely. I mean, it's a surefire way to make sure that you never ever win with this deck. But what if we weren't just rolling 7 dice? What if we were rolling 15 or 30? Well, before we get into the maths, why don't you let me know some of your favorite dice rolling decks, that's hard to say, in the comments down below, and I'll pin my favorite one. Now, let's have a look at our commander who makes this whole thing work. Donatello Gadget Master is a 3-mana, 3/2 legendary mutant ninja turtle in mono blue. We honestly don't really care about his sneak ability, we care about the rest of his text box. Whenever Donatello deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control. We're going to play our Luck Bobblehead, smash face with Donatello, and then photocopy that bobblehead until the odds are actually in our favor. But the thing is, a 3/2 turtle isn't the scariest threat on the board. I mean, he can easily be blocked by a 1/1 token. To make this work, Donatello is going to need some help. We are running a premium evasion package, Whisper Silk Cloak, Silver Shroud Costume, and Brotherhood Regalia, all equipped to our commander and ensure that he slips right past blockers, while also giving him Ward or Shroud so our opponents can't target him with removal. Getting 1 bobblehead a turn is cute, but we're trying to win the lottery here, so we need to get greedy. Fire Shrieker gives Donatello Double Strike. Because his cloning ability triggers on combat damage, Double Strike means that he hits twice, so we get 2 bobblehead clones every single combat. But if you want to get really degenerate, Genji Glove lets us untap with him after he deals damage and take an entire extra combat phase. Equip him with both, and you are printing 4 bobbleheads a turn. Now, the obvious flaw in this plan is that mono blue isn't exactly known for finding artifacts. Oh wait, no, that's a lie. It most definitely is. And we've got the perfect suite of tutors to find us those bobbleheads to get this deck rolling as fast as possible. Fabricate, Whir of Invention, and Tezzeret the Seeker can tutor our bobblehead directly out of our deck and onto the battlefield, or into our hand. But the absolute MVP here is Trophy Mage. When she enters the battlefield, you search your library for an artifact with mana value of exactly 3. And do you know how much every single bobblehead costs? 3 mana. She's a custom-built tutor on a stick for this exact deck. Now, just in case Donatello gets locked down by some pacifism effects, or your playgroup just realizes that what you're doing is pretty scary and you're making way too many clones of bobbleheads, well, don't worry, we've got other ways to make those copies. Let's have a look. Sculpting Steel, Phyrexian Metamorph, and Hulking Metamorph can all enter the battlefield as extra bobbleheads. Extravagant Replication gives us a free copy every upkeep. But mechanized production is the real powerhouse. If you enchant your Luck Bobblehead, you get a free copy every upkeep, and it coincidentally acts as a backup win condition. If you happen to control 8 artifacts with the same name during your upkeep, you just win the game. No dice rolling required. Now, finding all of these obscure clone cards can be tricky, but that's why I rely on this video's sponsor, Card Mystic, the smart Magic the Gathering search engine. For this deck, all I had to do was search for mono blue clones, and I found a whole suite of fantastic options. Once I found one that I liked, I simply hit the similar cards button to find even more like it. Thanks again to Card Mystic for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the build. The rest of the deck is built around making sure this engine runs as smoothly as possible. Now with all of these artifacts that we're going to be casting, we might as well make them cheaper. Foundry Inspector, Ethereum Sculptor, and Joyra's Familiar all reduce the cost of our artifacts, letting us dump our hands incredibly quickly. Combine that with card draw engines like Thought Monitor, Vidalcan Archmage, and Thoughtcast, and we'll be tearing through our library to find our evasion pieces and our dice rolling payoffs. But I want to show you my favorite card in the deck. This turns this whole thing from a janky mess into an unstoppable machine, and that's Unwinding Clock. This artifact untaps all of our other artifacts during each other player's untap step. If we have all of our mana rocks and our luck bobblehead out, we don't just roll the dice on our turn, we roll them on player 2's turn, and player 3's turn, and player 4's turn, and we get 4 chances per rotation to hit the jackpot, completely at instant speed. Of course, the moment you start rolling 15 dice on everyone else's turns, your opponents are going to see you as a real threat and try to shut you down. Padim, Console of Innovation, gives all of our artifacts hexproof, which conveniently shuts down targeted removal. Darksteel Forge simply makes them all indestructible. And because we are in mono blue, we can run a tight counterspell package. Counterspell, Arcane Denial, and an offer you can't refuse will stop any Farewell or Cyclonic Rift that threatens to clear our board. So there you have it, the ultimate bobblehead collection. What did you think of the deck? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked it, do hit like, and if you really liked it, hit subscribe, because there'll be even more videos coming your way. I'll see you around next time. Bye.